Okay, so, all right, I'm going to go ahead and call the Brimfield Township Special Board of Trustees meeting, November 24th, 2020 to order at 6:42 p.m. John, can we have roll call for attendance, please?
Hey, all those in attendance, Mike,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
full board.
All right. I need a motion to accept the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, discussion. I believe we need to add the Christmas drive-through event to the agenda. So that's going to go on the agenda, John, under
I got,
bullet point number 3, admin.
actually, I need to be number 4. I got 3 items on the administrative ad or agenda
Nick,
right now.
you're seeing the wrong one. There was 2 of them out there.
I am, or Nick
Okay.
is?
Nick is.
Okay.
John, you have the right one. There's 3
Okay.
of them on there. We need a 4th.
All right, so number 4 will be Christmas drive-through event.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that should be good. Anything else we need to add to the agenda?
No.
All right. Hearing none, roll call.
All those in favor, Mike,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
motion passed.
What's the first thing, Craig, on the agenda?
Actually, it's a, John, or you want me to read them off and then you do the explanation?
Yeah, we have, you gonna read the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, I got the short version, but it's the
Okay.
resolution to authorize the issuance of $8.5 million of bonds for the township.
Okay. So we need just so we have the right language out there, we need a motion for resolution authorizing the issuance of $8,500,000 of bonds of the Township of Brimfield, Portage County, Ohio, for the purpose of paying part of the cost of renovating and improving the existing fire station and adding administrative offices and meeting space, making site improvements and acquiring furniture and equipment therefore, and matters related thereto.
So move.
I'll second that.
All right.
All right, discussion. This is the motion to issue bonds, correct, John?
That is correct.
Okay.
And this is part of the financing based upon the passage of the levy, correct?
Yes, it is. It is
And
actual,
we
go ahead.
we
It's-
did get the official final vote, correct? The Board of
Yes.
Elections has released the official final. Okay.
And we have, this is also introducing, this resolution is introducing Dinsmore, which is the next resolution that we have out there
Okay.
as our bond counsel. Okay, all those in favor, Mike,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
motion passed.
Okay, with this, let me add a piece to this. I know you have it in front of you, but Mike, you cannot come in because of certain reasons, but Nick and Sue, I need you to stop tomorrow and sign this.
Okay.
At
What
Do you
time?
have it over there, Craig?
Well, I'm at my house.
Well, I have the copy here, I thought, the original.
Yeah, I just made myself a copy.
Oh, well, come to my office. I'll be here all day.
Right, they need to stop, but it has to be done tomorrow, and unfortunately, it's quick because of Thanksgiving. So if
John,
Do you want me to just drive by
For
tonight?
clar-
I can if you want me to. Hit both of you up.
that's up to you, or I can swing over tomorrow. I didn't know what your customer visits are like tomorrow, if you're available.
I'm here all day, but it's in and out, but I can just have it sitting here for you to sign.
Early. How early, John?
I'm here at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay. I'll see you.
Okay. I'll just have it sitting here in my office. It's got spots where you need to sign on it.
How many
Okay.
signatures you need?
We
I
need
mean-
2, so you don't have to come, Mike.
Okay. I mean, because you can lay it on the concrete and I can come out and sign it and then you.
Yeah,
Oh.
we confirmed with Dinsmore 2 is sufficient.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll swing by. I got a meeting in the morning, but I can swing by around lunchtime, most likely, John. But I'll be there
Okay.
for sure tomorrow.
Well, I'm here all day tomorrow, so stop on in whenever.
Okay.
Okay. So so we need a motion on the floor to accept Dinsmore as our bond counsel.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay,
All
all
right.
those,
And
go ahead.
no, go ahead for roll call.
All those in favor, Mike,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed.
And then it looks like we need a CARES instruction.
That's you, Craig.
For payment resolution.
Yeah, sorry. Engagement of bond counsel is all I have here at $40,950. And John, can you give us explanation on that?
Well, we're past that one already.
Oh, we already did that
Yeah,
one?
that was
Yeah.
that was Dinsmore. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
passed Dinsmore as our bond counsel.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got the short version on this end.
Was yours the COVID resolution, Craig?
Yeah, so last trustee meeting, we talked about the CARES Act instructional resolution that I forwarded out to you guys to review because it was no hurry, but we needed to get that done. So we're back to that resolution of accepting the resolution that was written by Greg Beck's office.
For the distribution of the CARES Act funds?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
We just needed approval on that.
So I'll make a motion to accept the resolution of distribution of CARES Act funds for Brimfield Township.
I'll second that.
Okay. Okay, all those in favor, Mike,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, last piece under admin is our Christmas drive-through event, which will lead to potentially a discussion on Santa on the truck also, but let's start with the drive-through event. Cassie, can you give us a little update, and then I'll give an update too. I talked with Joe Delorio, the health director for Portage County today about it, and he gave some feedback. Where are we at? Does it seem like we still have people, groups that are interested in participating? What's kind of a status update?
We do. I haven't heard from any groups that they didn't want to participate. I also spoke with someone from the health department, so I'm interested to hear what you heard versus what I heard. I spoke with Kat, I believe.
Okay.
But as far as I know, it's kind of up in the air.
Okay. So I think the question is that the governor has obviously issued some restrictions in the state of Ohio. And then additionally, the Portage County Director of Health has issued some suggestions on how we should proceed in the current COVID situation, including a moratorium or an asking of a reduction on the mass gatherings, the wearing of masks, and limited hours out and about. So the question is, does our event fall under a mass gathering? And can we proceed with our event, not only to comply with law, but to comply and create a safe environment for those who choose to participate? What was Kat's perspective on this, Cassie?
From what I understood, she deemed the entire event one mass gathering. Although people would be, I told her that they would.
Oh, you're
Right.
breaking up a little bit, Cassie.
With what?
We lost your audio.
Oh.
All right, now it seems like it's back. Technology.
Okay. Okay. It's probably the connection in my house. So when I spoke with her, I explained that everyone was going to be outdoors wearing masks and socially distanced. I mean, way more than 6 feet socially distanced. But she still maintained that it was a mass gathering, didn't matter how far apart they were, it was still considered a single event. So it was her understanding that there would have to be less than 10 people in attendance, which I was kind of just doing a numbers count in my head. And I mean, staff alone would probably be 10 people, not including the volunteer groups, the DJ, Santa. So that may pose an issue.
So, and this is where I love Portage County. Joe Delorio kind of gave a different spin on it. He said, yes, it's a gathering, but his concern was related to mask wearing and social distancing and time that people are engaged with each other. So
Yes.
he felt comfortable with the event if, one, that we maintained 6 foot of separation between volunteers. 2, all volunteers wore masks. And 3, we had a way of distributing any goods between the volunteers and the cars coming through by maintaining that 6 foot of separation, like you and I had talked about, doing like a basket with a pole or a tray or whatever that may be.
Yes.
And then recommending that those driving through wear a mask while they're in their car because they're receiving items from people. He
Yes.
said if you're able to do that, he didn't see a concern with the event. If we could maintain
Okay.
that, we would need a mask compliance officer. Obviously somebody that's just reminding volunteers of the separation to make that happen. So the
We're good at that.
the inclination I got from him was that it was possible to do. The question is, can we make that happen?
I mean, it's my belief that everyone that is attending this event has a really good understanding of social distancing and mask wearing. When I spoke to them, I made it clear that everyone should have a mask. I'd like to believe that everybody knows at this point to have one. We can have extra masks available. I can donate some. I have a bunch of boxes here. I mean, I think it's doable.
How do we feel about this as a board? I'll kind of tap into Craig here and John and Sue and Mike. You know, I know where my standing is on the event, but you know, obviously it's a balancing act. We want to make sure that the health and wellness of everybody is top priority. That has to be number one. The health and wellness of our employees, our citizens. At the same time, you know, trying to have something happen in our community, I think is good. So what's your thought? I guess we'll just kind of go round robin. John, I'm going to call you on the spot first. What's your
I was
thoughts
waiting to
about
see what
this?
Sue and Mike said. I normally have like 9 or 10 events that we do for Santa and Mrs. Claus. I'm down to Brimfield's drive-through and Kent's scenario up in Kent. All the rest of them have been canceled. The Kent thing, and I don't know how this is even going to work, but we're getting on the train and then we get off in a golf cart and then they take us to the hotel and we wave out the window at everybody, but everybody's going to be out in front of the hotel in a big group. So I don't know how they control any of that. I think it's important that people see Santa. I do, but one of the big things is that they get to sit on Santa's lap, so they're missing out on that. So I'm not sure. I get worried about the Craig scenario. Craig, can you explain what happened today or what you found out at the fire department today?
What do you want me to explain?
Talk about your firemen, your COVID positive firemen.
Okay, if we want that out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad. Never mind. Take that back. No one was hearing it anyway. I didn't know what I was talking about. I just get worried about people that are out there as a as a carrier that don't know. That's all I get worried about. I get worried about my mom. I get worried about people like that might fall into a bad situation if they get it. It's the only thing that makes me worried is if we don't have people following the rules the way they're supposed to, that someone like my mom could get infected, and I don't want that.
And I agree with you on that, John. That's kind of the big point I'm also on the fence every hour of every day. I feel like I flip-flop on this, but that is a big thing to consider. what is the risk versus reward?
Right. Well, and I think we have to look at, what pieces we're implementing to make this happen to keep it as safe as possible. Obviously we're not letting people walk through. The building's closed. There's no using the restrooms, and people are, in their cars, trying to keep that social distancing.
What happens if people go out and stand in the park to watch the tree lighting?
I think we don't allow it. I mean,
tree
it's a
lighting-
gathering.
Yeah. Nobody's going to be stopping during the drive-through, and the tree lighting is going to be a separate component. It's going to be right at the end. So it wasn't advertised to the public when it's going to be. So we're just going to do that on YouTube live.
Okay.
Oh, I thought they were driving through an already lit up park.
Or we could do it that way too. I don't have it set in stone. Well, the park is going to be lit up. The tree. Well, then do we even want to do a tree lighting if the park's already all lit up?
I would not even do a tree lighting.
Right.
That's the fear that I get, is that some of them park their car then down at the plaza and come up and stand around to watch the Christmas tree lighting. Now we got 100 people standing around out there. So if we had
So
them
if we
on
just have all the
already,
lights
then they
on,
don't stay. Yeah.
That solves that
Right.
issue. Yeah. And we may, at an undisclosed date and time, do a Facebook Live relighting of the tree, just so everybody can kind of watch it from home or something if we choose to.
I like that idea.
Right.
Have it on YouTube and let people, when you're saying to get together, it's like on TV, they show these long lines of people in line picking up food. And I'm just thinking of the people that'll be coming through. They're going to be in a long line like that, even in their cars or whatever. And I just really think, right now at this point, I would just cancel the whole thing. Take a lot of liability off of us as a township, and just turn the lights on at 6 o'clock or whatever, and over the holidays, people can drive through and take a look at them whenever they want to.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely something I considered also.
I mean, I guess my point, without saying too much, I mean, I know firsthand how quickly a spread can engulf a group. And I watch it every day now, how many more people get infected. So I don't know. I mean, who we were with, or the whole situation, I mean, it was so right. But then all it takes is one person. It was asymptomatic, what I've witnessed. So I don't know.
What kind of an event
I mean,
was that, Mike?
it was so. I mean, I never thought something could go this quickly. And I mean, thank God, knock on wood. I mean, the symptoms were not. I mean, it's a lot I don't want to go into right now, but just to be careful. I don't know, I mean, everything was done right as a caterer and a business owner. I could not see one thing that was done wrong, but someone was asymptomatic, so now I'm quarantined. It just affects a lot of people. And I know one of the older person. I mean, I guess they've been bedridden since the event, so I don't know. I mean, I know how much Nick and you guys all want to put it together. My only thoughts were, and I think I suggested it, was maybe what if we do the drive through the park, and then maybe Nick in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or even if we do it in January, get all the groups back together and get people out. I don't know. I just hate all these young kids who don't have much to look forward to. Now they have one less thing to look forward to.
Well, and that's, and not to go down the political road of it, but that's my frustration, I guess, is that I look at it for the families and the kids, and it's just a big event from them. But then we let football go on. I saw all these videos and posts this weekend of the Cleveland Browns and the Ohio State playing, and these people gathering these football games, but then we're going to take away the event for the kids, but we allow these athletes and the sporting events to go on, and the beer drinking and partying. It's just, I don't know, it's frustrating when I look at it from a family's perspective, and I see so much excitement and movement in the community about just having an opportunity to go through in a safe event. That's why I'm such a strong advocate for it, just creating something for kids. I mean, they've had so much stripped from them this year. That's the hard part for me.
I mean, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, well, at least they could still have an opportunity to see the lights. I mean, it won't be completely gone. It won't be as fun, but.
I mean, could you still have Santa there and the music and stuff?
Santa's not sitting on anybody's lap, though. I don't want anybody coming up to me. You know?
I mean, if you would have Santa sit up in the gazebo waving at everybody, I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, we could definitely tweak it. We could cut it down to the bare minimum. I could maybe ask the volunteers not to come and just have a few people there spread out.
I mean, did
Joe? Because another
did
component of this I know was, we were going to do that Christmas bell ringing on Christmas Eve, and this was a way for us to distribute those bells. I don't know if it's something that we could just do as township staff to reduce the number of people out there. How we try to make that work as part of this event.
I'm happy to deliver bells to mailboxes to anybody that wants them. As long as we have enough, we could have a sign up and I can go deliver them.
Just a suggestion on the bells, we could drop those off at the school.
That's true
families,
too.
Or also we could do, if we do our Santa on the fire truck.
So, well, I think depending on what we do with this, if we're not going to do a drive-through, I don't know if we really should be doing Santa on the truck, right? I mean, we're creating the same environment. We're taking the firefighters and putting them into near people's homes. We're also bringing all those packages into the fire station.
Yeah, and I haven't completely decided on that. If I can come up with a safe way to do it.
I don't know. I think you're taking a chance, especially what's going on now. I mean,
and do we know how long, and I guess I haven't got a straight answer from anybody, and maybe nobody knows, but how long does it stay on surfaces? I'd hate for someone to bring a package in that's COVID positive and didn't even know it, and now it's at the fire department. Now one of the firemen gets it and drops it off to every kid in town with their present. How long does this sit on a surface?
My husband works in a warehouse, and they quarantine packages for 48 hours. I don't know what the exact science is, but that's what they've been doing since this started.
I believe it's 72 hours on surface.
Oh, okay, maybe they need another day.
And if we did that, we were thinking about, cutting it off early so the packages sit in a certain room.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want that to affect the firemen out doing it. And then I wouldn't want an asymptomatic fireman that doesn't even know about it passing along all the kids in Brimfield for Christmas.
I haven't thought, we gotta discuss this a little bit more.
Yeah, that's just and I know there's no right answer to any of that, but that's just kind of what thoughts that go through my head.
What's Dave's opinion on all this?
Well, if we could, I'd like to go ahead and call the question on the discussion. I'm already 10 minutes late for a 7 o'clock meeting.
you're not going in person, are you?
Yes, I am, mask and all.
I don't know. I mean, I see we got a positive and a negative, so I guess it's up to me. Thank you.
You're big.
I'd roll with it.
Dave's a positive.
Yeah, I'd go to the bare minimum, like you said. Even if you don't hand nothing out, just that way they go through. Maybe Santa's in the distance waving. I can see it keep moving that way. And like you said, the kids have been getting ripped off so bad this year, it's not even funny.
I think my biggest concern about the whole thing is and what I keep going back and forth with in my head is just the passing back and forth of the goodie bags, the candy canes, all that stuff. Because even if we do like a basket on a stick kind of thing, we're still touching the packages. The package is going in the basket. It's going into the car. And that's the one thing that I'm concerned about.
I got rubber gloves.
How much stuff were they passing out?
I think everybody's got something. I mean, I know I have candy canes and a craft. I know somebody has rubber duckies. I know other candies and things like that. So everybody would have something.
Could
I
you
think we had, the
possibly
Lions
have that?
Club was donating, the Lions Club, I think, had books for the kids like we normally do. The way the Girl Scouts doing something
Yep.
too. So
Kelso
the idea
has-
was to try to give kids some
Kelso has
things
some
to work
coloring
on.
books.
Yeah, so it was to give the kids, A, some gifts, but B, something to work on over the Christmas break.
Okay, well,
Okay.
did Joe said we could do it.
Right, he said if we could keep our volunteers 6 feet apart from each other, everyone wore a mask, and we were able to distribute the goods, keeping a 6-foot distance. He didn't seem concerned about packages transferring. He was more concerned about person-to-person transfer with breath being in that 6-foot distance.
So who would enforce all this?
It would be on us to make sure that we go over the rules with our volunteers, and then obviously, you know, be monitoring that to the best of our ability, just like you would at a business.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we get the sign off from Joe, I mean, as long as, because you know, I'm going to be no help. So, you know,
John's
I mean,
going to be
And
no help.
could we potentially maybe limit the amount of handouts? We look at what we maybe thank some of the groups for volunteering to hand things out, but candy canes or rubber ducks compared to getting a craft or a book in the kid's hand, maybe that's something we consider too, just to reduce the number of handouts. I don't know.
would it be possible to get everything put in one bag?
I thought about that too. That might be a better option. I know it's a little less exciting, but
Well, at the end of the event, they get a bag full of goodies. I mean, hell, I'd be happy.
that's true. It's like a gift from all of us.
Well, I mean, then if you can put it all together, you know, in a clean, sterile environment with gloves, put them in a trash bag or something, and then at the end of the event, just hand them a bag, or put it on a pole or something, and then that way you get rid of all of the other people.
Yep, and that would eliminate a lot of problems too, because setting up tables and chairs and things like that, we wouldn't have to do that, because each group was going to have a table next to them, which is another thing I considered as far as germ transmission. So maybe just having everybody stand and wave and having all the crafts, we just have to coordinate. Maybe everyone can drop them off ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, I could support it if you guys do it that way. I mean, you know,
And maybe we can get Myers, Menards, Lowe's, one of them, just to donate a bunch of their shopping bags, and we can just fill up a shopping bag and just, we can hand that out on a stick easily at the very end to people, and then just allow the groups to stand and wave.
Okay.
Right.
That way the kids aren't left out.
right.
So I think we can go ahead and vote if we go ahead and just put everything in one bag and give it to them as they leave.
Well, let me just throw one more thing as part of that. Can we stop some of the volunteers from coming in?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know how we're going to control them from staying. I just think we get rid of them. We don't even need them to be there. And
Okay.
now there's only a few people there instead of 20.
I mean,
So
were any of them dressing up and stuff? I mean, is it okay to have one or two of them standing in the distance, or, you know?
I don't know that anyone was dressing up except for Santa and Mrs. Claus, but
Who's the Scrooge or I never know who that guy is. The
Green guy.
Grinch.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know who he is. Okay.
Oh, what's his name? Jim something. He's from the Lions Club.
Oh,
He's in his 80s.
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
He's the only other one that ever dresses up.
you could put him by a tree or something, you know?
Yeah,
The
because
Grinch.
he's the Grinch. Put him outside by the dumpster.
I mean, would Santa Claus mind just standing there in the gazebo waving?
No, we'll do whatever. I'm fine with that. I just don't want to. I don't want anybody getting affected that doesn't need a coronavirus right now. That's
Yeah,
all.
That's what
And
concern-
I think the other nice piece is too, families don't have to take the gift bag at the end, right? I mean, it's an option out there. So you might have some other couples that just want to drive through to see the event and that's it, and they move on.
Right.
But I say we still keep the Christmas music going. If we can keep the DJ, keep Santa and Mrs. Claus out there, and then we'll just have some core staff up there helping out, coordinating it and handing out stuff. We can make that work.
Okay, so just to clarify, we don't want any outside volunteers for this?
Right.
That's what I would think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, putting up tables, tearing them down. I mean, we got to worry about you guys too. So.
But I think what we will do is, and I think this is kind of because I know some of these groups like to do it just so people know who they are. We will do a video so we can ask each of the groups to submit like a 30-second video, Cassie, to you, and you and I can do a video saying, these are the groups of people who helped make this event possible, and we can do some recognition of them.
Okay, I'm ready.
Another thought I had just on the fly. Oh, I was just real quick. I was going to say I can make a little flyer, really quick, that says Lions Club donated coloring books, Meyer donated candy canes, that kind of stuff. So everybody's
Right.
recognized, their logo's on there, and everybody gets some credit for what
And
they
you
did.
you can put that in the bag. Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
It only takes 2 votes. I'm out of here.
I think Sue has a date or something.
Okay. In my opinion, I like the idea of everything being in a bag and then picking them up as they leave. And whatever else you guys decide is fine. Only takes 2 votes. Goodbye.
Oh,
Have a good
okay.
Thanksgiving.
Get your map.
Bye, Sue.
Holy moly. Okay.
So,
So do we even need to make a motion, or what do we even need to do?
Now we're done.
no, I mean, we don't need a motion on it because we're not canceling it.
Right.
We would just need a motion to cancel it. So, so the event will go on. I will make a Facebook update tonight or tomorrow just on some of those changes. In the meantime, Cassie, if you could reach out to the volunteer groups tomorrow. If we need to, I'll come help stuff bags on the weekend. We'll figure it out somehow to get it ready because the event is Sunday. So we just have a couple days to make this happen.
Yep. I'll
Okay.
make it work.
I think it'll work. I wish I could help you all.
We'll figure it out. We'll get it done. I'm just glad that we're able to do it for the kids. So works for me.
Good
Okay.
deal. I feel a little more happy about that. Just the way I just don't want to pass it on to somebody. I just don't want to be responsible for it. If we do it this way, I think we're taking all the precautions that we need to take. So,
Yep.
Right.
okay.
All right, good. Well, the event is still on. That works.
So I'm
The only other thing we have is we need a, hang on here. We're under road department, so I'll make a motion to authorize Mike Kostinsky as the CEO of the Howell Road Culvert Project through the Ohio Public Works Commission.
Well, and Sue is good with everything, so I need to have Sue out there. So I'm just going to leave her out there. She was good with all because I talked to her earlier about it as well. So Mike, you can't
Okay.
second yourself, so we'll just leave Sue out there.
Okay.
And then if you two vote yes for it, we're good anyway. So you want me to call the question? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and call the question.
Mike,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
motion passed.
All right. Anything else for the good of Brimfield Township?
Nope.
All right. Do we have any out? So we just need to come tomorrow, John, and sign.
Yep, and I'll have it sitting
We'll
out
be good.
on, it's gonna be sitting out on Wendy's desk because she's not gonna be here tomorrow. Actually, I'll just set it on
Okay.
the ledge when you walk in. It's in an envelope. I'll just
Okay.
have it sitting there.
Perfect. I can do that. I'll swing by and sign it tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good.
And if Sue doesn't show up, put it in a plastic bag and slip it somewhere.
Okay. I will do that.
I'll sign it.
Really?
Well, worst case, Craig will run over to Sue's house tomorrow afternoon to get it.
I
signed.
can, if she doesn't show up, I'll get it. She'll probably be here early though.
I'll go to Mike's house instead.
If Sue doesn't show up, I'll make sure I track her down.
I'm so sanitized, nothing's gonna get on me.
Do you not go out of the basement now? You just live downstairs?
No, I hide in different rooms from my wife, so I leave my phone upstairs.
All right.
All right. Anything else tonight?
Nope. I think we're good.
All right.
We're good.
I will make a motion to end this meeting.
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor, Nick,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
we're done. Have everybody have a happy Thanksgiving if I don't see all of you.
Yeah, you too,
All
John.
right. You too.
All of you, have a good time.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Everybody have a great night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.